What's good, y'all? Here with another video. Before I start talking about the topic, I just want to say I really do appreciate y'all for supporting my channel and everything. We have been growing drastically for the past month. I'll say past month and a half or whatever. My channel has been growing a lot recently, and it's gotten to the point where people are watching any type of video that I put out, like to the ratio of views that I usually get or even more. So I really do want to appreciate y'all for just being here rocking with me and being a part of what's gonna be bigger in the future. You know what I'm saying? So definitely gonna appreciate y'all. I still look at my comment section and everything, even though it ain't really a lot of comments, obviously, but that's not really gonna change. Like, nothing really is gonna change about me, I don't think, except that me being mature as I get older and just having a different look on things, especially maybe if I get bigger, when I get bigger, you know what I'm saying, when we get bigger. I'll probably have a different outlook because there's gonna be new type of people coming around and everything. And when you get bigger and stuff, there comes people who be negative and shit. So obviously, like, I don't really give a fuck, but I just gotta move different. But I want to talk about gaming today, and this dawned on me because yesterday I was just looking at like old games that I used to play and shit, and it just reminded me of my childhood, man. And it just made me realize, like, gaming has changed for better or for worse. It has changed, and it will continue to change because life in general changes. But even though things change, we still end up kind of being the same. But that's another story for another time. But yeah, like, I was just like, I bought a PS2 2 years ago, maybe, or 3 years ago. And I've been trying to get the old games back and everything. I got the Mortal Kombat collection, so Shaolin Monks, Armageddon, Deception. I need to get Deadly Alliance. And I need to get all my old wrestling games that I used to have, all the old 2K games, the Maddens and all of that. And maybe even different games that I never played before, you know what I'm saying? So just to have them. Because the goal for me is I want to have a collection of video games. Like, I want arcades in my house, you know what I'm saying? And, just every console that has ever existed. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's something that I want to do for sure. And yeah, like, I used to play the PS2 a lot as a kid. Even though the PS2 came out a couple years, not really a lot of years, but a couple years before I was born. So a lot of the games that I did play, they were already out before I even got to play them. But I started playing the game when I was early. I think I was like toddler when I started playing the game, 3 years old and shit. So all the Mortal Kombats and everything, like, I play all of them, like, all the sports games and that Crash Bandicoot and everything. And I would literally just play a lot, like, all fucking day. Like, if I'm not outside playing the dirt with the homies, I'm on the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was pretty much what it was. Like, I really enjoyed playing the game back in the day because, for me personally, I didn't have to worry about playing online to have fun. So a lot of the games, like, playing the computer back then was fun to me, you know what I'm saying? Because online wasn't really like a crazy thing to have back then. Like, yeah, the PS2 had online connections. Like, you could be able to play online, but that wasn't really my type of thing. Maybe because I was a little kid, but also it was just like the offline modes were still fun to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, you playing NBA Live and you playing the dunk contest and all of that, and Madden has the skill things with the lifting the weights and everything, or you just playing like certain moments or with certain teams and everything, or playing with your family and friends and everything. Like, I've played that Mortal Kombat Deception, and I played the Mortal Kombat Deception and Armageddon Conquest about 1,000 times each. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was so fun. And it's not that it's perfect. It's just that I had a lot of fun with it, and that's why that franchise is my favorite franchise because I had that brought a lot of good memories with me. You know, um, just playing with the family and like just experiencing that like conquest mode and fucking Mortal Kombat and puzzle chess, all those things. And you play Shaolin Monks and then you can put in a cheat code to play Mortal Kombat 2. You know what I mean? Demos to other games in the game. Just looking at the manuals, like the manuals showing you the controls and the pictures of the bios and everything. Like, it's crazy. Like, hold on, let me show it. Let me see. Like, the Armageddons, the Shaolin Monks, Deception, and I didn't even say nothing about this yet. But Midnight Club, specifically Double Edition Remix. Me personally, that's my favorite racing game of all time. Midnight Club is a game that needs to come back because that game was so fun. I know racing games aren't like, I wouldn't say that because I don't really play racing games like that no more. I used to play a lot of Need for Speed and Midnight Club, but bro, if this had a remaster, I'm picking that bitch up fast. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy to think about because it was just a different time for me. Going to school and talking about it like, hey, like SmackDown versus Raw and all of that. Like, I love the SmackDown versus Raw franchise. You know what I'm saying? '06, '07, '08, 2010, 2011. Like, I didn't play '09. It wasn't that good. And I didn't play the first one. And then I had was it Just Bring It or Shut Your Mouth, one of them, but I never played Here Comes the Pain. When I heard it's a really good game. So, and I've seen it. It seems like it's a fun game to play. And during around WWE 12 and 13, I wasn't watching wrestling, so I didn't play those games. And 2K14 I didn't have, but I played a little bit of it, and it was cool. But you look at the WWE games now, it's like 15. I have fun playing 15, but 15 through 18 was pretty much like the same games, and the graphics were getting worse. 2K17 graphics are awful, in my opinion. But then 2K19, I wasn't watching wrestling during that time, so 2K19 came out. I heard that was a good game. 2K20, I didn't play that. I heard it was trash. And then 2K22, I seen it, but I didn't have it. But then 2K23 came out, and it's not as bad, but I just didn't play it a lot to where, well, I didn't. It was one of those things where the only reason I have a lot of hours on it is because I wanted to record videos on it, and every time I wanted to record a video, I would scrap it, or I would just stop the series in total. So, like, I didn't really give a shit about that game after, like, GM mode, because I really only went on there to play GM mode. Like, I don't really care for the gameplay, if I'm gonna be honest. It's whatever. Like, it's not terrible, but I don't know. But going back to what I was saying, yeah, just the online aspect was just not popular back then, or as popular to me. Just playing locally. A lot of games felt like they tried to. A lot of games felt like they tried to put a lot of effort into the game, and granted, not every game was finished, but it was still fun. This game isn't even finished, and it's my favorite, probably my favorite game ever. I know it's not the best game of all time, I know that, but it's just memories. I've had so much fun on this game, and it wasn't even finished. Conquest wasn't even half as finished. There were some parts in the game that you were supposed to go to, and you couldn't even go to, shit like that. And yeah, it feels like nowadays games come out unfinished on purpose because they know they can update the game as time goes on, but they know that when they are able to do that, they will charge you extra for some shit that should have already been in the game, or you have to wait later until they do it. And not all gaming companies are like that, just a good amount of them. Like, look at 2K and EA. There's no point of, and granted, I know why they do this money, obviously, I know. But there's no point of us having multiple sports games come out every year. Well, a sports game shouldn't have to come out every year because the graphics are pretty much gonna be like similar, and the they're just roster updates pretty much. Like it's pretty much the same shit, you know what I'm saying? And they will probably change some shit a little bit and then charge you extra for it. Or you're probably gonna be spending more money on the game. Like they probably add a season pass, or you know, you're spending money on these cards and everything, or certain additions to the game, and that's been like that, but the prices now are just abysmal. Like 2K has this season pass, and then they have, so you're already paying $70 for the base game if you're paying for the base game. And then you're spending money to make your my player, like to boost up your my player. And then you don't even know if you're gonna like that build because the build probably trash. So you go make another one. And then you probably make another one just for the fuck of it. Then if you play my team, you're spending money on cards for my team. So that's a good amount of money. You're spending a lot of money. I'm not saying everybody does, but that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And Madden, same shit. FIFA, same shit. Well, sorry, EAFC, same shit. Yeah, it's the same like stuff every time. Like there's not really much change, and that's why I don't even play sports games like that. The only reason I have Madden 24 is because I only wanted to play with me. So that was like, and we got different consoles in this crossplay. But other than that, like I don't even play sports games, bro. Like I don't even be on that shit, bro. Like, and gaming really I'm just not a fan of gaming anymore. I stopped getting out of gaming when I was around high school. Like once I got to high school, I just didn't play the game as much. It just wasn't as fun anymore. Yeah, it just wasn't the same. But something that I have been doing recently to get me like happier about gaming now is playing older games that I never played before. Like, I truly just don't care to play any of the games that come out recently. Like there are some games that I have played recently that are really good games, or that I've seen that are really good games. I've played Spider-Man 2. I love that game. The God of War games are still phenomenal. Like, stuff like that. Like there are some phenomenal games out there, but there are also some shitty games. Street Fighter 6 is a good game. It's a good game. Granted, I don't play it as much anymore, or I haven't played it in a minute. And I need to get Tekken 8 and shit, finances and shit. So I got this shit to deal with. But Mortal Kombat 1, I'm so disappointed in that game. Like, very disappointed. And MK11, I didn't play. I played a good amount of MK11, but I stopped it very early. Like I would go back every now and then, but MK11 was just not as fun to me, and I kind of just blamed it on me not being in the gaming anymore. But that game was just not as fun. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't like crazy. Like going from MKX to MK11 it was kind of just like, damn, because I used to play MKX all day. Like, if Mortal Kombat Deception is my number one, MKX is my number two. Like, I play Mortal Kombat X a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that game was fucking fun, bro. But then you go to MK11 and then it's just different timing, bro. Like, and also just like when MK1 came out, man, I was really excited. Warner Bros leaked it without. Ed Boon should have been the one to be able to announce it, but they leaked it, and then the trailer comes out and everything, and I'm not really thinking of it at the time because I'm just excited that the game is coming out, all the trailers and everything is coming out. But looking back on it, you could just tell that the game was not finished. Looking at it now, you can tell the game is not finished, and um, I don't blame it all on NRS. Warner Bros is a big part of this. You know, they trying to get that money back because they are gonna be fucking broke. So they trying to get as much money as they can from this game, and then the game is gonna be worked on for a long time. So they say the same thing with MK11, but they lied. Um, but yeah, like it was just like I heard this game wasn't even supposed to be a Mortal Kombat game. It was supposed to be Injustice, but because they're working on a new engine, it was like we might as well just do Mortal Kombat. And yeah, it's just disappointing. And the gameplay is cool. I like the gameplay, but I just feel like there's just not enough for me to want to come back. I am gonna come back when Peacemaker comes out, but other than that, like I just don't have anything pushing me to want to play that game. And you know, Invasions is ass. You know, they just need more modes in the game. I just feel like the game is bare bones. I feel like they're charging too high on everything, and I'm not really trying to get into this for real, because there are plenty of people who talked about this shit. But MK1, I just wish that it can have a turnaround at some point, because right now it's just not something that I can just play often. You know what I mean? Or like if I'm on a game, that's not the game that I'm thinking about playing. You know what I'm saying? And no, it is what it is. Hopefully they can make a turnaround in the near future, so I can enjoy playing the game. But back to what I was saying earlier, I started to play a lot of old games that I never played before to make me get excited about gaming again, like the Yakuza series. I never played Yakuza as a kid, and I feel like if I did play it, I probably wouldn't appreciate it as much as I do now because of the storytelling and and everything that surrounds it. Like the only thing I'll probably just be excited about is just fighting dudes on the street. Other than that, I probably wouldn't understand as much as I would now about like what's going on in the game. You know what I mean? And storytelling is phenomenal. Characters are phenomenal. Like it's just a mix of everything. And I just that's just a start of it. Like I do want to play other games. Like I never played Assassin's Creed growing up, so I wanted to play the Ezio collection. I played GTA as a kid, so that GTA is GTA. Come on, like everybody done play GTA. I just wanna play different games that I never played before. I never played. Yeah, there's a lot of good games out there that I never played, and so my outlet is playing the game, but I'm playing it on YouTube with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're having this experience together, whether you like, damn, I haven't seen this in a minute, or damn, I never seen this. Let me see what this about. It's like we all going through it together, and it's kind of been a good experience for me. And it's something, man. It's something, and it's been a good time. That's what I would say. It's been a good time because it's a new experience for me, and I just really feel bad for the kids who had to grow up in this generation of gaming, because everybody has their era of gaming. You have your ColecoVision, Atari, Sega Genesis, the PS2, PS1, Xbox 360 eras, the Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS, Wii U, the Switch and all of that. Then you have the PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One era. That's when things just was like, PlayStation users had to pay for PlayStation Plus. I was like, damn, that shit bogus. Then the PS5, Xbox One X or S, whatever era. The PC era. PC has become bigger and everything, but games are $69.99 plus tax. In some areas, $69.99 plus tax, and they don't even be worth it. Like the games that come out unfinished, like you get updates, and the game still don't even be that like great. Like they pushing DLC in your face, kind of like, hey, like pay for it. Like, come on, I swear it'd be a good experience. DLC be costing hella money. Like I don't want to talk about MK1, but like, bro, like they don't communicate with the community, bro, and they just put money in they just put in costume $10, $10. Like fuck, bro. Like I miss the times where you could unlock a lot of characters through different modes in the game. Granted, I know a lot of people don't have time, but they really do though. They really do. They really do. You know, unlocking things and you know, alternate costumes being better and not making me pay $10 for a costume that don't even look like the costume that I used to know. You know what I mean? It's like that shit weak, bro. Shit's trash. Shit's trash, and I just feel bad because if it do comes to a point where I do have a kid, I'm definitely gonna start them off where I started off. I'm not. They're not gonna have a PS5 off of it. They have to understand They gotta understand the process of how the evolution of gaming. They have to understand it, and you know, it's just man, gaming. I really do want to like gaming, the new version of gaming, but a lot of the times I just really don't care, and yeah, like I just don't care, bro. I don't. You know, like paying a lot of money for games is like, and then DLC too, and it's like, fuck, bro. Like, fuck, bro. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't even know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't. It's just something that I've been thinking about, man. And I've gone back to the PS2. You know, you go back to the old consoles just to make sure, like, you're not tripping. But then you go back to those old games and you just get the serotonin boost. Just like, man, like I go back on the PS2 and I just get happy. Like I really do. I remember playing. Me and my pops was playing Nintendo 64. We were playing Mario Kart 64, and the graphics were terrible. But like just it was a bonding moment. You know what I mean? Like, and this is like from when he was younger, and he's showing me like, yo, like this is what I used to play, and like it's just different, man. Like I said, new gaming has its perks. You know, the realistic graphics. You know, everything being high tech and everything that's cool, but I feel like the fun aspect of gaming can be a little different. And granted, you know, the little kids are gonna feel otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Because this is their era of gaming. This is what they are used to, so they don't really like. You know, they just and yeah, like society's just different. You know, and I know I keep going back to Mortal Kombat, but I just that's the game that I grew up on a lot. You know, so one thing I was talking about the costumes being not how they used to be, and people in the fighting game community, well at least the Mortal Kombat community, they complain about a lot, but some of the things that they complain about be like reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I wouldn't say like it's not crazy because I don't really care about this for real, but a lot of people do, and I get the point what they're saying, but they're also just like some horny dogs. Um, as far as the costumes and the facial designs of the women in Mortal Kombat compared to Street Fighter and Tekken, a lot of people say that Mortal Kombat women look the ugliest, and it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Granted, they are face models, but I don't know. I guess it's just the graphic of it, like how they designed it in the game or whatever. That's just their opinion. They also, have their thoughts on, certain costumes and like this fucking chair. Certain costumes, like a lot of Tekken and Street Fighter, those are Japanese games, so the sexualization of women is pretty much not like they don't care. Like they gonna do it. If they fans want to see that, they'll see that. So like Yeah, you know how Japan is. If you know, you know, bro. If you watch anime, then you know how Japan be, bro. But Mortal Kombat has kind of stepped away from that, especially with American society being how it is. Mortal Kombat used to be a very edgy game. It's rated M for mature. Early 2000s, it was pretty edgy, revealing clothes for women, big strong dudes. Um, yeah, and as time went on, after MK9, they pretty much that was the last of it. And MKX came through, and they didn't really, they didn't really lean towards that. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. And then MK11 came out, and then it was just like the girls had a pattern of what they're going to wear: high heels, open toe shoes, and you know whatever type of pants that they're wearing, the shirt or whatever. It kind of got similar. You know what I mean? And they don't really, the sexualization is just not there anymore. For better or for worse. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people feel like the MK aspect of gaming, the MK aspect of the game is lost, not just because of that, but just what's going on in general. They feel like they've gone woke, with with the clothing and everything, and just that how the women are viewed in the game or whatever, I guess. And also just like a recent controversy that's come out is during the Peacemaker trailer, they had a cameo show up. It was Janet Cage. Janet Cage is the female version of Johnny Cage in the story mode from another multiverse. A lot of people are mad because the original slot was for it to be Johnny Cage, but they changed it at the last minute, I guess, but didn't tell anybody. So a lot of people were pretty mad about that. I don't care. I heard a lot of people say that it's kind of woke. Some people tried to blame the dude that works in the company who, well, my apologies, he's not a dude anymore. The woman in the company who is transgender, they tried to blame it on her for having the woke aspect of the Mortal Kombat game being a part of it. I don't know. But they have costumes like the Lee May Deception costume where originally she was in a bikini with a headband on, but now it's her with a headband and pants on and a shirt. And it's like, I can understand why people are mad because it's like, you want me to pay money for something that isn't accurate. But at the same time, it's like, come on, bro. Bikini. But at the same time, like, don't give something to the fans that they wanted, but it's not what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Don't say it's the Deception costume when it's not the Deception costume. And you know, I haven't paid for shit in that game. You know what I'm saying? I paid my fucking $100 for the premium edition, $110 to get the combat pack 1 and all that shit, but I haven't paid for nothing else in that game. I don't have the Daily Alliance Scorpion skin or nothing like that. I don't have none of that shit. But yeah, gaming has changed. People change, and if you want me to play any certain games on the channel, let me know. Any older games, and I'll look into that. So, with that said, that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and I'm out, man. Peace.